I've made it week 4, halfway. Well, it's not quite yet. It's Saturday today, and Sundays is my weeklies. So from tomorrow it'll be week 4, and I would be starting week 5. I'm doing a video today because I'm doing a short film tomorrow till Tuesday, so I couldn't do it any other time. So I've done it a day early, but it's still, this is my halfway of my liver shrinkage diet video. I'm quite happy that I've got here. It hasn't been easy. There's been ups and downs, and it's been great, but I have completely stuck to it, and I can be proud of that going forward. Now I know I've done halfway point, I know I can do the rest. Not to say that I'm not going to have some hard times, because this week, as I said to you last week, I had 3 days work, and previously, while I've been on this liver shrinkage diet, I've only been doing the odd day, which has been manageable. But this was a real test in a sense that it's the first day I'm going to do 3 days first time I'm going to do 3 days in a row, and it was okay. It wasn't a terribly hard job, but by day 3, Wednesday I developed at about 11 o'clock a headache, and I drank plenty of water. It was just absolutely stuffy in that room. It was a hot day, and we were surrounded by bright lights, and I was in the same room, and yeah, I developed a bit of a headache, which then developed into the shakes. I got the shakes, I felt lightheaded. By the time I'd finished the job and was driving home, I just felt completely overwhelmed, and I drove home, was in a bit of a rough mood, ate the food I normally eat, and went to bed early. So I think I did the right thing, just go to bed, start the new day the next day. And I was expecting to get days like that, and I'm surprised I've not had more days like that, so it's okay. But yeah, I think I definitely made the right call, taking full time off work in terms of the long jobs that go on for weeks and weeks. I'm so glad I made that decision, though I have worked more than I'd originally intended to. Tuesday is my last shoot day until I have my operation, and etc. But I have also decided, I booked away 3 nights in Cornwall, so 4 days in Cornwall to go surfing. Solo trip. I've got a glamping pod, so I'll just take my surfboard and have some 4 days chill session. I'll go surfing, not as long as I normally do. I usually be in the water for 4 to 5 hours, whereas I reckon I'll have the energy for probably 2 hours a day. But I'll go in the sea, let the sea humble me a bit, get back to my glamping pod, and have just a chilled out time. There's full facilities in there, cooker, bed, shower, and all that. It's quite fancy, so I can just relax and take in the countryside and the seaside, and I'll take my bike with me and maybe do a couple of bike rides. A bit of a retreat, if anything. So I'm looking forward to that. Before I do that, I'm going to a wedding, so I've got things to look forward to, but I'm going to take it easy still. I weighed myself today because I can't do it tomorrow as well, and I've lost 2 and a bit pound this week, which is a lot less than the weeks I've done previously, and I expected it to slow down a bit anyway as your body gets used to the diet you're on or whatever. It in my previous experience has always slowed down at some point, even if it's just for 1 or 2 weeks, and I've not changed anything. I'm doing exactly the same as I always do. I've actually been more active, so it could be, I don't know, muscle thing or water body, something like that. I don't know the science behind it all, but it's still a loss. I'm still positive about it, and yeah, so I'm 24 stone and 10 pounds exactly now. Started at 27 stone 0.7, so that's a big difference. The funny thing is as well, you see people that see you regularly, like your family and your friends or colleagues or whatever, will go, "Oh, you look well. You've lost some. You look like you definitely lost weight. You can see it around your face. I do feel like I've lost weight around my face as well, actually. But then you see people like strangers that have never known you, and they just still see you as a big guy, which I am. I'm not denying it, but it's funny because they don't know how hard you've worked to be as small as I am now, even though I'm still a big guy. One example of that, you it's not a problem, but you'll get like a security guard get you, all right, big man, and call you big man or something like that, and it's a term of endearment, and I'm not offended by it, but you wouldn't call someone who's stick thin that. Big lad is another one you get, all right, big lad. So yeah, it's interesting that people talk to you differently. It's nice that people are noticing. I'm definitely noticing. That's the main thing. I feel loads better in myself, a lot more confident. I'm putting clothes on that I've not been able to wear for a while, so that's nice. School friend Beth commented on one of my other videos saying make sure I take before and after photos, and luckily I had some before photos from when I was like 27 stone, and I had completely forgot to do that, so thanks for reminding me, and I will, and I'm going to take more. I'm going to do, actually I'll probably do one tomorrow morning, with it being halfway through the liver shrinkage diet. I'll do another one before my surgery, one after my surgery, like after I've recovered, and try and do milestone before and afters and keep track of it. So thanks for reminding me on that, Beth. And I saw your journey briefly on social media, and I think it's amazing what you managed to achieve as well, and was very inspiring. These videos are keeping me accountable as well. There's now people that enough people, I've got a handful of followers, but there's people that are like asking me when the next video is, and how I'm getting on. There's people checking in on me on social media and stuff, and I feel like that's a good pressure to have, because it holds me accountable. Like, I have to see this through. Not that I wasn't planning on, and I was always determined to see this through, and I am seeing this through, and it's happening. There's no turning back. But it is nice to have. It's all well and good letting myself down. I've done it millions of times in my life, let myself down. But you don't want to let your friends and the people that are supporting you down, and it does hold you accountable. So in doing these videos is helping for that as well. So I will continue doing them weekly. And I did say I was going to cut some skate footage in and stuff, but I haven't actually been skating this week, disappointingly. But the day I was going to go, it was raining. I need to go skating more. The weather's perfect for it, mainly at the minute, and I need to get my mojo back. So I will try and get some skate footage and cut it in. Like, it would be nice to have a before and after video of me doing a trick, and see if I can do it a lot better when I've lost loads of weight. I'm not saying I can do loads of tricks, but or whatever, just an ollie or something. See, compare the height, compare the form, and if anything, it's just entertaining. I've got loads of videos of me falling over. I might just cut them in anyway. That could be one of my intros, of me just falling over constantly. So I will make things more interesting. I will probably start taking my camera with me to places and filming my food that I'm having and stuff, just so you've got an insight to that. The people that are going through the journey themselves can see what I'm eating and maybe be inspired or think I'm revolting or whatever. And when I go on my solo trip, I will take my camera with me. Oh, is that? I made a little matte box. I don't know, for those non-film people, I got a bit of lens flare, and I still didn't quite fix it, but I used a bit of tape to make a matte box, which is those things you see on the edge of cameras that kind of flag off light and stuff. But yeah, it fell into shot. So I'm not that much of a professional, and I'm using gaffer tape. Also, I've got no lighting in here at all. It's just one big strip light at the top. But I addressed it on the first video. I'm not, trying to do anything high production value. If I was, I'd actually record the sound properly. As a professional sound recordist, I'd actually do something about that. but I'm just using the top mic. Someone asked me actually what camera I'm using. I'm using a Sony VX2100, which is like the modern version of one of these, which is a Sony VX1000. I've got 3 cameras in total like this, and they're very retro. The DV cameras, wicked microphone on top, known for the crisp sound when you're recording skateboarding. So I've got, you know, 2 of these, and the camera I'm filming on now is this hasn't got a screen on it. You have to use the eyepiece, whereas the one I'm filming on has got a little flip out screen because it's a little bit more updated version of it. So that's what I'm filming it on, and then I have to capture the tapes in real time when I get home into my laptop to edit it on DaVinci Resolve, which is what I use. And I use something called like DV Importer, which is a thing to import the to capture the tapes. So it's a long process. So that's a good thing about using this camera. I'm not just filming it on an SD card and then cutting something quick together. It takes me about half a day to do these videos, because by the time I've filmed it, captured it, cut out all the nonsense that I don't want to put in the video, because I do ramble on a bit. And believe it or not, the 15-minute videos are cut down. It's not just it's not just me leaving it going. So yeah, it kills some time. It gives me something to do. It's actually giving me something to look forward to every week and all. So I really am enjoying doing it. That's it really. So I've got to load my van up for tomorrow. So I'm going to go, and I'll catch up with you next week. Let me try and do some special outro.